What do I do about my boyfriend's ex? She is ruining our relationship. This story came January 3rd, 2026. My boyfriend and I have been together for 1.5 years. We moved in together 3 months ago. He has a daughter. Ooh, I was gonna say, why is she so involved? Now we know why. He has a daughter with his ex. They broke up 3 years before we even met. I have spoken to her only briefly a few times, and she seemed fine those times, but she keeps stressing my boyfriend out. He has been honest that things have been strained between them ever since the divorce. Oh, they were married? Well, yeah, okay, makes sense. He's been honest that things have been strained between them ever since the divorce, but he's been trying to keep things amicable for their daughter. Up until recently, it was usually just him being a little stressed after getting back from handovers, and him telling me that he had to put his foot down a few times, but that was about it. Now his ex is being really difficult. For example, we had to cancel plans to go away for a weekend together because his ex, out of nowhere, threatened to keep their daughter away from him if we went away together. We lost all the money that we had paid for the trip. Or another time, she started demanding more money from him and said if he didn't pay, she would stop his daughter from seeing him. And then his daughter didn't come over for 3 weeks. He usually has her on the weekends, but didn't for 3 weekends in a row, which he was really angry about, but says there's nothing he can do as the court always sides with her. I'm really confused because although things were strained, it's never been like this. Never kept his daughter away from him. It's mostly been, he says, that she keeps taking pot shots at him every time they hand over, comparing him to her current boyfriend and how much better the boyfriend is, etc. Just some petty BS, but not this. I wondered at first if she was mad that we moved in together, but I don't know because when we did, she didn't exactly congratulate us or anything, but like she did take their daughter for the weekend to give us time to get us moved in and settled. If she had a problem, surely she wouldn't have done that. And she helped their daughter pick out a really nice moving gift for me. Sometimes his daughter and I have Disney marathons and the ex sends over snacks if she knows we're doing that. And even things like me and the daughter really like Disney, and one way we have bonded is by taking her to see Disney movies or Disney marathons at home. I've always checked with my boyfriend and ex to make sure neither of them were planning to take her first, but his ex got their daughter a cinema gift card for Christmas with enough for the two of us to go to the cinema together for a few months, and very clearly wrote on there that it was for both of us to go. So all these seem really thoughtful and sweet. She didn't get me a gift, but that gift was for her daughter, but deliberately something that we could both do together and enjoy. So again, not something you would do if you didn't like somebody or disapproved of them. But every day I'm hearing about how his ex keeps pressuring him for more or threatening to keep their daughter away from him. His daughter is getting older. I don't know how she went from before to this. As I said, maybe things were more tense between them, but she's never done this before and has at least shown that she doesn't seem to have a problem with me. The other night, he was so angry, he started trying to pick a fight with me, which he has never done before. I told him we should stop so he has time to calm down. He's not himself, and he screamed at me that I'm just another controlling biatch, and it's my fault he can't see his daughter, and he stormed out and didn't come home until the next morning. Yeah, that's a problem.
No. Don't like that.
When he got back, he apologized and said he's just stressed because his ex-wife is being a biatch as usual. Since then, he has been snippy with me all the time. He treats everything I say like it's criticism or a dig at him or something. He's never been like this before. He's also been criticizing me, and he never used to do that before. I'm so lost as to what to do. Our relationship used to be so good. I even got on great with his daughter. I don't know what to do or why this is happening. I just don't understand what's going on. Does anyone have any advice? Edit. It has given me some real perspective, and I'm going to see if I can talk to the ex-wife because it's clear something isn't right and there's something someone isn't telling me. I don't know how it will go, but I asked their daughter for her mom's number. I told her it was to text her about birthday stuff, which I feel bad about lying to her, but I didn't want to involve her too much. She is only 12. I'm thinking about what to text her. I was actually going to say, can you have a conversation with her? I don't know. Is that the right thing to do? I'm not qualified. I'm just spitting around ideas here. Let's see what the people of Reddit are saying. Someone commented and said, I would be asking if this is him or what has changed. If the ex seems to like you and hasn't had a problem with you, then she has a problem with him. What in their relationship has changed? Can you ask her directly what's going on? You have a right to know, given that you lost money on the trip too. Also, him taking it out on you is not acceptable. Agree. She wrote back and said, we've only spoken a handful of times as my boyfriend usually does the drop-offs with the daughter because his ex-wife is always having car trouble. So he picks their daughter up and then drops her off. The few times I have to run into her, like in the supermarket, she's always been pleasant enough, says hello, etc. But we've never had what I would call a real conversation. I don't have her number. Maybe I can ask her daughter for it, as we know she did. But I'm worried that would be weird and not my business. I guess you changed your mind then. Next comment, someone asked, why did he and his ex get divorced? She said they just drifted apart. Next comment, he can easily fix all of this by going to court and having a custody agreement. He's not telling you the whole story. He's banking on you being naive based on your age. His mask is starting to slip and you saw the real him when he picked a fight with you because he was having a bad day. She wrote back to that and said, he says they have one, but the court always takes her side when he disputes it or challenges things. He says that he has tried so many times in the past and come out worse every time. Next comment, I'm sorry, but why would you date a man with kids your age? That's my #1 deal breaker because 9 times out of 10, it comes with drama like this. Also, he called you a biatch, which would be more than enough to end the relationship for me. OP said, I was cautious of that, but we did have quite a bit in common and we get along pretty well. Yeah, often it does come with drama, but not always. My mom and stepdad have a big age gap. He has kids also. There was no drama and nothing like this. My mom and his ex-wife often go get margaritas together. My family and stepdad's ex-wife and kids often went on holidays together. And yeah, it did bother me when he called me a biatch, but it was the first time he had done something like that. So at the time, I didn't know what to think about it, but now I know. Hold on, I forget their age. What the hell is their age? We have to look up the age. That might be telling, you know? It might give us some more info. Okay. Found the post. Okay, what do I do about my 25 female and he is 34 male? Okay. She's 25, he's 34, child is 12. I was expecting a much higher age gap, to be honest. We have our first update. It came 13 days later. We're now at January 26th. 2026. I spent some time thinking about what I wanted to do. In the end, I decided to talk to my boyfriend's ex. I kind of almost wish I didn't. So I got her number off her daughter. I am not involving her in anything. I just told her I wanted to talk to her mom about the birthday stuff because the daughter's birthday is next month. Initially, that's what I did. I texted the ex and we agreed to meet for coffee. I wanted to bring up some of the stuff or ask about custody arrangements or why she had been keeping his daughter away, but I chickened out. We had coffee and just talked about birthday plans for our daughter. The rest of the week, we texted back and forth, coordinating stuff I said I would do for the birthday and so on. Long story short, I worked up the courage to text and ask about why my daughter hasn't been allowed over as much. I tried to do it in a non-accusatory way, like asking her if everything is okay. Is my daughter feeling okay? Is there anything I can do to make things easier, even drive and pick her up? She didn't text back until the next day. I was in a panic, thinking that I messed up and caused problems, but when she texted back the following afternoon, she apologized for going silent, but that we should probably meet for coffee. So we did. What I found out raised even more questions than it did answers. It's a mess, but I'll try and lay it out the way that it makes sense. There was a lot, but these are the main points. She hasn't been stopping their daughter from coming over. My boyfriend has. He has been saying he can't have her on certain weekends. He's made all sorts of excuses like illness, work-related stuff, and so on. They did have a fight about money, but it was the ex pushing back after over a month of him not taking their daughter on their days that he would have to start paying more child support as he wasn't having her as much. much. Child support is based on how many days they each have her and stuff like that. She showed me texts between them to prove all of this to be true. I mentioned canceling the holiday. She said she had not demanded he cancel it and showed me the text between them from that time period. None of it is her demanding he cancel, but he did send a message to say, oh, something came up and we're not going. We chatted for a while and I asked her so many questions. The reason they broke up is because he cheated on her with a colleague, packed his bags, moved out without saying anything to move in with this colleague, and leaving his ex and his daughter. Didn't even see his daughter for 4 months, no contact, ignored all calls. This man's probably cheating on you again, girl. Why didn't he want to go on that vacation with you? I don't know. Oh my God. And here we are thinking that his ex is some crazy, awful person. I knew those gifts were too thoughtful. I was like, those are so sweet. Nothing except sending a small amount of money every so often. When he finally did want to see his daughter, the ex agreed and did everything she could to make sure he and their daughter got to see each other and rebuilding their relationship. But then, long story short, his affair partner wasn't very nice. She would bully and abuse their daughter. He ignored it or made excuses. So then the ex got the courts involved and refused to let their daughter stay while his affair partner was around. Ultimately, the affair partner left him to be with somebody else because of the abuse that he allowed to happen. He was basically not allowed to see the daughter unsupervised for a while. It took a while, but him doing everything the courts told him to do, he was able to have his daughter on weekends. She has shown me all the proof of this. I told the ex about how the boyfriend has been treating me and what he has been saying. She says he was like that towards her when he started cheating, constantly trying to start fights, storming out, staying out all night, constantly picking at her and criticizing her. So I did some digging. Here it comes. I just know I'm gonna be right. I checked his phone, but I couldn't find any texts or DMs or anything out of place, but stuff was off. I did find emails confirming he had canceled our holiday. He told me that we couldn't get a refund, but he did get a refund. I have no idea where that money went. In my digging, I found out a few things. The colleague he cheated with had moved away, but she has moved back. And according to her various profiles, she is single. Now, nothing in either his or her profiles show that they have met up as far as I know, but still, her coming back lines up with when he started getting mean towards me. And then I found he has a second phone that he keeps stashed away in his office. I haven't been able to open it. I wasn't able to see messages or notifications of any kind on the lock screen, but I started noticing before he leaves the house, he goes into the office. Girl, you have to get into that phone. He's cheating with that phone. I never noticed before or thought about it, but now without fail, I notice he will always go into the office before leaving the house by himself, like as if he's going to work or going out for a run. It's a new phone too. He always trades his old phones in when he upgrades, and it's not one that I recognize, but it is on and fully charged. One time he came up to the office while I was upstairs, so I crept in to look through the door and I saw him taking the phone and putting it in his pocket. So he is taking it with him when he goes out. I don't think I have to unlock the phone to know he's doing something that he doesn't want anyone to see. I don't know for sure whether it's the colleague or if it's just a coincidence. Either way, there's only a few reasons to have a secret phone you hide from your partner, and none of them are good. I haven't confronted him yet. I don't really have proof of what he's doing. I want to talk to him, to confront him, but I know that unless he proves really solid, compelling evidence as to an innocent reason for him having the phone and lies about not having his daughter as much, then I doubt I'll believe anything he says. At that point, it's over. The only problem is I have grown very attached to his daughter. I love her so much. We have a great relationship. It's her birthday coming up soon. If I pull the trigger on this, then I lose her too. But I can't live like this. I can't live knowing what kind of person he was, knowing what he let happen to his daughter, knowing he is lying. I just don't know what to do. I think you know what to do. Not to mention he's canceling all this time with his daughter. Shame on him. Some would say he didn't even deserve a second chance at being dad or being in her life. Let's see what some people in the comments are saying now. Someone said, this sucks so much. I'm sorry you're dealing with this. Is it possible you could have a friendship with the ex and still be a support system for her and the daughter? Oh, I never thought of that. You could literally just be her friend and be in the daughter's life. OP said, I have been thinking about that. The ex is very nice. During our talk, she even said that she had been really hopeful that him dating me was a sign of him changing for the better because she thought I was the kind of person she would want in their daughter's life. I think I would like to ask her, but I don't know if that would be weird. I think she might understand. Maybe not super involved, but even just like every once in a while, going to like the park or something, you know, I don't know. Who am I to talk on this subject at all? At all. Shut me up. Next comment. Since you are now on good terms with the ex, you should confide in her. Ask if she can help you stay in the daughter's life as sort of an auntie. Since she approves of you and went through something similar with your soon-to-be ex, I can't see why she wouldn't agree. OP said, yeah, I really want to do this. I'm just worried I'll come across as weird or something. How do you even ask the mother of the child of your ex, hey, I think we're breaking up, but can I still see your daughter? But I really, really don't want to lose her. Having coffee with her, she seemed really, really nice and we got along. Next comment. Daughter's mom seems cool. Maybe eventually you could become friends and take on that auntie type role. You don't need confirmation. He has a second phone and is treating you badly. It's enough to leave by itself. Yes, your conclusions are likely correct, but who cares anymore? He is hiding a phone. That deception would be a deal breaker regardless of the reason. Plus, he's lying about money. Or are you going to wait for him to ghost you like he did his ex? You sneaking around trying to find the truth out about a liar won't make anything feel better. I think you know it's time to exit. Doing so with grace while he and his other ex are acting trashy is the best you can do. Based on his actions, he will try to turn you into the villain no matter what you do. Keep your head up. You deserve better than this liar. OP said, I am definitely going to break up with him. I can't stay with him anymore. I just want to do it in a way that impacts the daughter as little as possible. And hopefully in a way that I can still be in her life, even if it's not as involved. I do want to talk to the ex to see if she's fine with it. I just have no idea how to start such a weird, unconventional conversation. Okay, we have a final update and it's very recent, so I'm excited. But first, we're taking a sip of water. I'll be fast. Cheers, drink your water. We have a book update. I am getting to near the end of this one. I'm so excited. And then my sister got me these two books, Reminders of Him. I've wanted to read this one. I'm actually avoiding seeing the movie because I want to see this one first. Like I want to read it before I see the movie. And also The Coworker. I love these two authors. I've heard incredible things about these books. I've read some of their other books. If you've read either of these, let me know your thoughts without spoilers, of course. And I'll let you know my final thoughts because I'm getting, you know, stuff is hitting the fan right now in this book. All right, the final update was 2.5 months later. We are now at April 4th, 2026. So she basically resums up the story for anyone who has not read it, but then says, anyway, we broke up a few months ago. So they did end up breaking up. I got along really well with my ex's daughter. We bonded. As far as I was concerned, she was family. Luckily, I have managed to stay in contact with Amy, the kid, fake name, through her mom, Jane, fake name. I wouldn't go as far to say me and Jane are besties or anything, but she has been really helpful and kind in making sure I can still see Amy. She's done things like invite me over once a week to have dinner with her and Amy at her place. So now to the problem. When we were together, my ex would say all sorts of things about Jane. Things that I learned were not true. Not only did he say things like how Jane would always try and get more money from him, but would claim that she would threaten to stop Amy from seeing him for every little thing. She repeats a bunch of other stuff. We already know this. Anyway, over the last few months, I've been feeling really guilty about the things my ex said about Jane. I never joined in when he bashed her or anything. I just nodded and I let him get it out. I thought that he was just venting, and it wasn't like he did it every day or anything, just every now and then. When we broke up, I felt bad that he was saying things about Jane behind her back, and that didn't seem fair. And worse, he's also said these things to his friends and people he works with when we have gone out together. His coworkers think Jane is some crazy abusive narcissist that they regularly call her crazy. Knowing what I know now and feeling terrible about it, I have told her all the things he said about her. Jane thanked me for telling telling her and said that she didn't blame me. I didn't know, and then we chatted about it. Well, Jane has cleared up some of these things with their mutual friends, including the reasons he was not allowed to have unsupervised custody of Amy. Their mutual friends are appalled as they didn't know any of this. The majority of his friends have cut him off. They don't hang out. He has been uninvited from stuff that they used to do. One other of their friends, a former mutual friend of his and Jane's, actually chewed him out for it. My ex is furious about this and is blaming me. He says it's none of my business. It wasn't for me to tell anyone, and how dare I air his dirty laundry. He didn't give me permission to tell anyone, and what I did was petty and pathetic. I knew Jane intended to tell their mutual friends, and I encouraged her. But now I wonder if I did the right thing. He says that I've ruined his life. He has lost friends. I'm worried I went too far. Should I have kept quiet about it? I thought I was doing the right thing at the time, but now I'm not so sure. Let's see what Reddit's saying. Someone said, yeah, you're not airing dirty laundry if none of it is true. You're helping squash lies and gossip, so you are not the a-hole. Screw him. Next comment, not the a-hole. Isn't it funny how when people face the consequences of their own actions, it's everyone else's fault? You didn't ruin his life. You didn't cost him friendships. He did all of that on his own through his behavior, his choices. He doesn't like that his lies and his manipulation got out because it makes him look bad. Because he is not a good person. It is good that everyone who trusted him found out what kind of person he is so they can protect themselves from him. Plus, you protected yourself because he would have 100% done the same thing to you behind your back. I really want to know about the cheating. Obviously, like, it's happening, but I want to know, is it with the colleague? What's really going on there? I'm just so nosy, you know? Anyways, not my business, I guess. I wasn't meant to know. Let me know your thoughts on this. I'll see you in the comment section. Stay classy out there. Stay sassy. Bye.